Routines for neurodivergent people, well, really people in general, but especially if you're neurodivergent, routines matter because they create predictability, which gives you a whole less anxiety and more nervous system safety. They reduce decision fatigue, fewer what should I do next questions that we have to answer all the dang time. They support executive functioning, which helps with planning, prioritizing, and shifting tasks actually becomes a whole lot easier. They can also help with energy conservation, fewer mental, emotional drains throughout the day, and routines anchor regulation. So consistent sleep, meals, movement, and downtime support emotional stability. So how routines work best? Think in rhythms, not rigid schedules. Flexible but consistent anchor points. You want to keep it simple. Focus on a few key daily habits that really truly matter to you. Build around your natural energy flow, whether or not you're like a morning person versus a night owl. I am a morning person for sure. Allow buffer time for like transitions and unexpected changes. Include both needs and nurtures. Tasks that keep life moving and things that like replenish you. Pitfalls that you want to avoid. Overloading the routine with too many steps. That is something I have struggled with a lot. It really does create a lot of overwhelm. Making it too rigid can trigger shame or resistance, like if you mess up. And then copying someone else's structure. It may not work with your unique brain and energy. I have gone and used a lot of different people's frames. Absolutely. I've tried it out a little bit to see what part of their framework worked for me and what parts are not. And then I can go through and blend certain things together and just change it up as I've needed to. So, we want to think about reframing routines. You can call them anchors, rhythms, or rituals instead of routines if that feels better, right? Again, for a lot of us, we've been shamed around routines, and it does cause a lot of internal friction is probably the best way to describe it when you hear the word routine. So use a different word that makes more sense for you. Even one or two small anchors, you can kind of ground in the morning, have an evening wind down sort of thing, like it can transform your day. And you really want to celebrate your progress, not the perfection. Flexibility is part of success. So if you were looking for some tips and tricks on routines, especially if you are neurodivergent, feel free to save this video, come back and watch it as many times as you need to, and do not beat yourself up. You want to evaluate your practices, not yourself. And have a good day.